Hey, welcome back, King listener. We're back in action, baby. Um, so we got some really cool little releases that have happened this week. Some really good releases, some really bad releases. Unfortunately, we did have a brother of ours pass away. Famous Ryan Show of Polaris, known for his early covers on YouTube for some of our favorite metalcore tracks, unfortunately, unexpectedly passed away prior this week, which is a damn shame. They just had talks releasing their album coming out on September, long awaited. I've been saying it all year. I'm like, Polaris is going to drop something here soon. Like, I'm telling you, man. And sure enough, they dropped something, dropped a badass banger of Inhumane, and we had some unfortunate news hit the music scene this week, which was a shame because a lot of the guys that we listen to, look up to, uh, such as like the Nick Nocturnals, and just the list goes on. A lot of people looked up to him on his YouTube start into what now was Polaris and being the lead guitarist and some of the best guitar work within, I would say, progressive metalcore as a whole. Of course, they're Australian; those guys are always banging around. So, anyways, along with that, though, we had Ronnie Radke drop. I mean, I'm not even gonna say a meme of a song. It's a heavy hitting song the way that it is sang by Papa Roach. But Last Resort reimagined, man, Ronnie. You, you. Well, for one, you've made a lot of people uh, feel something they've never felt with music before, especially with this song. John, let's kind of dive into, what were your thoughts at first when you seen that he reimagined such
I
a
I was wondering what it
iconic
would be
song?
exactly. Yeah, because it would be. I was like, I didn't know if it would be kind of like I know, like Disturbed did the Sound of Silence and everything, so I didn't know if it would be something along that lines or like Bad Wolves doing Zombie by the Cranberries. But I was very intrigued and everything because like I feel like in the past 5 years, Ronnie's definitely come into his own. Like I loved his stuff with like Escape the Fate and everything, and then like Falling in Reverse has been great, but they've like only gotten better and stuff. Like some bands kind of like start out great and then kind of deteriorate. I feel like they've just kind of gotten like he as a musician has just gotten better over the past. I think the first time I heard them now was like 18 years ago almost. So it's been a while and everything of just listening to him. So I was very intrigued to hear what it was like. And a lot of people were surprisingly like, I mean, Luke Davis was saying that like he enjoyed it and everything. So I was intrigued to like see the spectrum of people who liked it and everything. Overall, I was like
Yeah,
very, very intrigued to hear what it would be like.
it was so interesting because I remember I seen it like as soon as it dropped. Doesn't work, just hanging out, doing whatever, and I saw on YouTube. Or no, I saw on Twitter actually. It was Twitter, Ronnie Radke, Last Resort Reimagined. I'm like, what? By Papa Roach, dude? What? So, you know, of course, I'm like, oh, I gotta check this out. Like, of course, my initial thought is, there's no way that you can make this song like. I don't know. I was like, there's no way you can make this song sound better, man. Like, there's just no way. There's no way that you can like slow it down to make it not, what a lot of us unfortunately kind of, me at least for around me, we would meme it, cut my life into pieces, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
So but if you break down like the lyrical content to it, I mean, it is a really deeply emotionally driven song. So Ronnie Radke has some of the most talent I could say right now in the genre pool of whatever the hell he does. He does some rap, he does some electronic, he does metal, he does his older stuff, and it's just like every time it's kind of like that dynamic with like Bring Me the Horizon in a sense. Like they kind of just he keeps changing it up and doing it, and it's better every time. And every time he leaves your jaw dropped, you're shocked. You're like, how did he? Only Ronnie Radke could pull this off. And the thing that shocks me is that most people are like, man, I didn't even know Ronnie could sing. Man, that man can sing.
Yeah.
Uh, he always could. I mean, if you look at the Just Like You album, he has a song "Brother," which is, whew, it's about him losing his brother, which is just so sad to even listen to. But uh, like you hear his voice there, and it shines through. See him live, it shines through. He's got an iconic, well, I wouldn't say an iconic, but a very specific voice that makes it very unique. And people love him, and people hate
Hmm.
him. He's an easy guy to hate, easy guy to love. You know, he hits that, he hits everything that a superstar hits. With how active he is on Twitter, and he's got the headlining tour right now going on with Slide Prevail, Crown the Empire, Under Oath. Uh, the list goes on. There's a boatload of other people. Our last night's on that after Spirit Box left the tour, unfortunately. It's just incredible what the guy's done. He was in Escape the Fate, leaves Escape the Fate, which was his band, which then they replaced with Craig Mabbitt now, who's the current vocalist, and he's basically started following in reverse in prison for slightly false accusations to an extent of being somewhere at the wrong time. And he wrote that whole album, "The Drug in Me Is You," in prison. Got with a couple guys through like uh, sending mail and letters, and we got Falling in Reverse. So if you look at what Falling in Reverse was, several years ago to now, you'd be like, what the fuck? We got rap, we got this rap mix of metal that he started with Unfashionably Late with like Alone and Rolling Stone, a whole bunch of other stuff where he mixes in like EDM as well. Like,
Hmm.
I don't want to say that Ronnie like really kind of set the pace and did a lot of these things first because he didn't, but he did them so I want to say almost iconically. Like, I don't know what it is about the guy. I love him, you know, and like I said, just again and again and again and again, he's breaking the rules.
Yeah.
He's breaking the physics of how this works. It was a bold move. It was a
Yeah.
bold move to remaster all the songs that he remastered or reimagined, right? Drug
Hmm.
and Me, In You, reimagined it. I'm Not a Vampire, reimagined it. And then you're telling me you're gonna reimagine, ooh, wrong way, Papa Roach's Last Resort, dude. Like, and he did it so well. I'm not kidding you, John. When I tell you that when I listen to this at first listen, I got chills. I got chills. I was like, what? I've never felt something like this. Like, I get chills when I listen to music, if it's like really good and it's touching. But I got like goosebumps, chills, a chill down my spine I've never gotten before, a feeling of holy shit, does he drive this emotion home the whole way through? And you know, he he always says it. He always says it. He always says that he's the king of the music scene. He's been saying
Hmm.
that since I think Fashionably Late album, or maybe it was Just Like You, but he's always said it. And again and again and again with these releases, we had Popular Monster, then we had Losing My Life, we had Drugs, Watch the World Burn, all these amazing singles that are just so much different than the next. And every time you're just like, what the yo, did you like you're texting all your friends, yo, did you see what Ronnie did? You see what Falling in Reverse did? That's every time. It's been like
Hmm.
that since I think 2000 and I want to say 17 when they first released their newer stuff and started just doing singles.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody's like, yo, you see what Ronnie did? You see what Ronnie did? You see what Ronnie did? And it's brought him a lot of success, which has been awesome. But for the fans that have been hanging out on the back end forever, they're like, oh, psh, we knew this was going to happen. The dude's talented. And Ronnie doesn't get enough credit for what he's done for the scene. Most people just jab at him and hate him because he voices his opinion and he voices it strongly and confidently. And he strongly believes that what he says is, I'm not going to say right, but something that most are thinking but are too afraid or uh, maybe nervous to speak up about. So uh, I don't know, man. I think Ronnie deserves a lot of respect, and I mean, Falling in Reverse as a whole. You know, for what they've done, they're taking over the scene quite well. What are we gonna get next from them? You never know. But every time you get something new, he blows you away, and every time you're like, oh, there's no way he can do it again. Well, this is a prime example of what the fuck he's about, and he's here to stay. Dude's been doing it for a long time, and he has the algorithm down of
He
what's going to hit the
does.
heartstrings. So,
Yeah.
um,
No, I was
and
very
then
impressed.
like just seeing the reactions that were brought from it. Uh, you know, there was a father that reacted to the song and the stream and everything, and it was really emotional because I guess he almost lost his daughter, his daughter, to suicide, and whatever. Uh, I'm pretty sure, and I don't want to say this wrong, but I'm pretty sure she was gonna do it again or something, and he like got all emotional and he looked at Ronnie like as if he was gonna watch the video, which Ronnie ended up watching it and thanked him for saving his daughter's life and so
That's
many other
crazy.
people's life. And it's like, this is what this stuff does. It speaks volumes. You don't know, like I don't know. People just don't understand the effect that music has on certain individuals as a whole, right? And that was a sign of it in that reaction, and it was just beautiful to see. And it's just I don't know how to explain it. Like with a song like this, for what it was to what he made it into, it's phenomenal, and it helps out Papa Roach, it helps out his band. Uh, I can express the amount of gratitude I have for Jacoby from Papa Roach for allowing him to reimagine this song because it's just beautiful. And then we have the TikToks of him showing it to him for the first time. We have the reels. We have everything. It's like everything Ronnie's done has been methodically um, thought out, planned, built up, and every single time that he drops it or does it, he knocks it out of the park. So, with that being said, I think that Ronnie in Falling in Reverse really deserve a lot of respect and credit within the scene because they're a band that's not so often talked about. It's not like a top five band for a lot of people. It's weird. I think it's weird. I'm a huge fan of Falling in Reverse. I know a lot of people that are, but you never hear people really talk about them. I just saw him with a Avenged Sevenfold out in LA, and
Yeah.
I'm going to see him again on the headline tour tomorrow in Pittsburgh. So,
That's
you
awesome.
know, I'm not missing Ronnie. Anytime you get a chance to go see Ronnie, you have to see him. You're not going to
Yeah.
ever regret it. So that's kind of where I'm at with uh, that. I'm really excited. I 100% want to react to it again
Yeah.
live.
No,
I
yeah.
could listen to this song a million times.
It is. Yeah.
Like it's just so amazing.
Oh, because I looked it up. I realized their first Escape the Fate EP was 2005, so it was 18 years since the first time I heard them. Everything that's a long time. That's someone's whole childhood and everything up to like becoming an adult. And his voice is just like amazing and everything. I mean, Escape the Fate kind of like once Ronnie left, I was just kind of stopped paying attention to them and everything because he was that charismatic and stuff like Situations. I remember when we all saw that music video in like early YouTube. That was like one of the OGs and stuff. Like he is amazing and everything. And we do have it queued up. I did have it downloaded, and we're pulling it up. Here we are. Let's hope it actually. And also, hopefully, they do not copy strike this. That's my biggest fear.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. resort to suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong or it be right if I took my life tonight? Chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight, and I'm contemplating suicide. I'm contemplating suicide. 'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I am fine. I never realized I was spread too thin till it was too late and I was empty within. Feeding on chaos and living in sin. Downward spiral, where do I begin? It all started when I lost my mother. No love for myself and no love for another. To find a lover on a higher level, finding nothing but questions and devils. 'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing is fine. I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying. I can't go on living this way. I can't go on living this way. Cut my life into pieces. Cut my life into pieces. 'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing is
So good.
It gives me goosebumps every time, dude.
Yeah.
Makes the hair stick up on my on my arms. Like, I don't know. The best thing about that song to me was how many people that reached out to me to let me know that they listened to it. Which to me selfishly made me feel great because it lets me know that people look at what I'm spreading for people to listen to, that they're checking it out and that they're resonating with it, right? Because that's the point of this, right? We're out here to reach out, resonate with all of you, you fans, you people, show you guys new music, So, you know, selfishly, that was awesome for me. I love, because that's what I love. I love that. I love that about music. I want to show people that. I want people to see that. I want people to feel a connection to it. And the amount of people that just messaged me and like, I guess like thanked me for sharing it, or but yeah, basically just thanked me for sharing it and just expressing their gratitude for how much they appreciated that that it was let out there for people to hear and see instead of them finding it themselves. It was like a universal thing. Like people seen it when they needed to see it, because those people that did see it, they've been struggling, and that song just that song hits, man. And it just, I don't know, man. It makes me feel so good that people are able to resonate with the music and feel something again, or like if they're not feeling anything, they're able to feel again. Let out that cry that they've been holding in for so long. So just that as a whole was amazing for me. And then second was just that I'm blowing it up. I'm showing it to people. Like people are seeing it everywhere, whether they're fans of the show, whether they're fans of the music, they're checking it out, and everyone's loving it. I've showed multiple coworkers. I've showed multiple people. Love it. I haven't heard a bad thing about it. The craziest thing I heard was that it was like a bold move, and it was. It was a bold move, because I'm going to tell you what. I was like, there's no way that Ronnie Radke is covering "Last Resort" by Papa Roach. Like, there's no fucking way, right? John, you can't tell me you thought differently.
Yeah. No, I was very surprised, especially with like
You're like,
how many memes there's been in the past few years and everything. It was like hard not to like think about that and everything, because like so many things of like, what is it? They had a ton of memes and stuff about it, so it was interesting to like really think about the lyrics, because you kind of like, we've all heard it so memed of like, cut my life into pizza, like this is my plastic fork, like all those memes. So it's interesting to like go back to like the roots of the song, because the lyrics are super sad and everything, like very personal and everything. And I think just like, for one, the music video was really cool, but also the fact like I didn't realize Ronnie played piano like that and everything. I've always just thought of him as being more like just like a singer and everything. So seeing that like fully like taking a song and making it like your own is always impressive when people do that and everything. Of like, what is it, like Johnny Cash like did several covers that like really made the song his own and everything. And I think this is on that level and stuff of like being able to take on a different take and stuff. Like it's interesting to hear a song that you've heard 1,000 times, to hear it so differently and to hear it so powerfully. It was like
yeah,
huge.
that's like, it's incredible. I mean, like you summed it up the best way that you possibly could. It's been a meme song in the metal community forever, and I know that everybody before they listened to this was like, there's no way he's gonna pull this off. And yet again, Ronnie he just shocks the world again with his talent, his musical talent, his musical ability, his voice. And j- I don't know. I have nothing but respect and mad love for what he's done and what he's accomplished and what he's continuing to do. And um, it's just exactly like you said it, John. You articulated it wonderfully there in your explanation. It's You don't do this by luck.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't luck. This is pure talent that you exuberate and exhaust with your voice, the emotion that you set, the ambience within the song, the piano, you know. So, Ronnie, if you see this, big fan, love it. Keep doing it, bro, because you surprise a lot of people and you continue to do it, and you just you keep proving people wrong, man.
Yeah,
So,
because it was like, this is what, when I first heard it, was like, this is immediately what I heard that he was supposed to cover. I was like, oh, that meme. And they were like, no, that's like, it's a real beautiful song and everything. And that's
no,
like,
it is.
it's interesting to like see people's reactions so powerfully, because I think a lot of people have been struggling recently and stuff. Like, at least I know I have had like different struggles this year, and like a lot of people, like you with your entry and stuff, like there's a lot going on and
Yeah,
everything.
this has
And
definitely
it's
been the worst
like,
year of my life so far.
yeah, like it's been a tough time a bit. So I think I mean, like you messaged me when you were like, "Yeah, thanks for asking me if you wanted to do a show and stuff." Because I remember when I messaged you out of nowhere, I was like, "This sounds weird, but like you're the only person I'd want like think would be down to do this." But like, let's do a music podcast. Like, let's talk about it and stuff. And I think that makes a difference, like that persistence and stuff, like sticking with it and everything. And I think
Absolutely.
it's a nice outlet because it is like it's funny. I've had several people message me that they're like, "This show is a great break from thinking about strongman and lifting and stuff." Like, because otherwise, like that's so much of like the content like we all see is like fitness, lifting, strongman, powerlifting, and stuff. So it's nice to like see that other side of things because like we're all feeling things and everything. And I think a lot of times, sometimes Ronnie gets into kind of like weird internet drama and everything, but like he's an amazing musician and everything. Like I think he has shown a range and stuff because I think him and Franz from Attila kind of go at it sometimes and everything. And I don't think like Franz, I appreciate him and everything, but I don't think he could put out something this good and everything.
No,
I might actually see them later coming to here to Austin. Attila is.
no, no shit.
Yeah, so I might just see them because they're doing the anniversary tour of like 10 years of like live that life or whatever. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I might check it out because it's like why not and everything. But I think showing that range is like important and everything, and just like people's reception to that video and the song was really impressive and stuff. So I liked it and everything. Makes a big
Yeah,
difference.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. So I mean, honestly, this I don't know how to express it any more than that. It
yeah.
just how can you do such great, wonderful things to people and connect to so many people on such an emotional level? And I don't know, he just has exuberated it multiple times here, and I know that you and I, we did talk about this. Like I definitely wanted, we both agree, we definitely wanted this episode to really be driven into the fact of like how like Ronnie deserves a lot of respect for what he's done, but like to touch on something that you did say earlier was like, to take kind of like a, in a sense, a meme of a song that's very emotionally driven to begin with, you kind of block it out because of the instrumentals, right?
Hmm.
And how it flows. So like an example of another song like that that is easily is very easy to look past is like, Lorna Shore's Pain Remains one, where it's literally deathcore. But if you reimagine that song, imagine the tears you're bringing to people. Just will false false chords screaming, "A world without you wasn't meant for me," sent me into fucking oblivion of tears.
Yeah,
And then I just watched it like a fucking masochist over and over and over and over again and just kept crying.
yeah,
It's like it's kind of what I did with this. I would say like I didn't bawl to this, but I I cried like tears of shock, enjoyment, sadness, happiness, just like at the fact that like for one, I've never had a song ever in my life send chills down my spine. And I was like, nah, it's just the way the AC's hitting me, dog. No, it's not, because I just listened to it again. I got chills down my spine, hair sticking up. God bless you, Ronnie. John, real quick, I guess before we drop Ronnie Radke's subject, is there anything else that you'd like to add in to, I guess, exit this? Um,
yeah. I would say it's interesting because like the lyrics to Last Resort are very sad and everything, and sometimes get memed, and I think people tend to clown on these things a bit more than they should. Like it's easy to kind of like joke about these things because I think one thing that I've been thinking about because like this month is a big deal and stuff because like Chester Bennington passed away this month and everything, which affected a lot of us like 6 years ago. That's a long time and everything, and it's interesting to like think how easy it can be to kind of just meme these things, but to realize a lot of people are struggling. So like this song's a good reminder of like reach out to people, check on them and everything. Cause it is like, I mean, like you said with Ryan with Polaris, like he's 26. Like that's a big deal and everything, whatever happened there and stuff. I think it's always important to like make sure that people are fine and stuff, and like see if there's like ways, because otherwise there is like it's easy to kind of just like meme things away and kind of like joke about it and everything, but at the end of the day, like you want to make sure that like there is no last resort, like that make sure people are doing other things and stuff. Like that's the biggest lesson. And I know we were going to pivot, but there's a brief song I wanted to share. You know how occasionally I suggest songs and we end up cutting them from the episode? This could be one of them, but it's from a band with 26 subscribers on YouTube. So it is heavier, which will lead into us talking about another band that's actually gotten real heavy recently.
Yes, and before any of you guys like and subscribe, you have to do it. Period.
That's true.
That's where we're at now. This is where we're at with it now. Like and subscribe to the video. Like the video. Just do it. Seriously. It helps. It helps everybody. It helps you, helps me, helps John.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hello, everyone. It seems that the majority of you all are not yet subscribed to the channel. Please be sure to subscribe in order to keep up to date with more King Listener reviews content. Thank you. Now back to the episode.
Whatever. Let's do it. Anyways, let's hit this shit.
And this band the band's called End Us, and the song's called Take Care. This is a visualizer. Just dropped yesterday. They have 26 subscribers, but got over 1,000 views. That's a pretty big deal right there and everything. So here we are.
Now let's kill that fucking band.
How did you break what's wrong with me? It's all I can do to rid the memory of you. The mirrors have been removed. The end is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, that is. I was like, the main thing that blows my mind is so they have 26 subscribers on YouTube. You guys should check them out. But on Spotify, they have 64 monthly listeners. 65 now that I've started. Now that I'm following them, like that's a
Okay.
huge. Like that's crazy to like be able to
Let's
make a splash like that.
let's
I'm
bump these
like,
numbers up, guys. Let's bump these
yeah,
guys up. That's a good song. That's a good fucking breakdown too. If you like juicy breakdowns,
yeah.
funky juicy breakdowns, and breeze. That's your place to go.
Yeah, I was like, when
But
I saw that, I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, over 1,000
yeah,
listens like in one day
that's
for a
that's
band
damn
that
good.
small. That's huge.
That's damn good. That's a very damn
Yeah,
good song. I love the tempo changes too, and then like the mutes, the brie, the breakdown. Okay, so hear me out. Did the vocalist not slightly kind of remind you of the harsh vocalist kind of slightly remind you of the guy from Acacia Strain and like Orphan?
yeah, it did have that feel and
Like
everything.
I don't
Of
know what it
like,
was, but it
yeah,
didn't hurt me to hear. It didn't hurt my throat hearing him scream though. So
which we will get to that point maybe today and
yeah,
stuff. But I was
Luke
just like,
Dave.
yeah, I was blown away of like I think it's impressive. Like it's weird when YouTube just suggests something and you look at it and you're like, huh, I'm like the 50th person to listen to this. And then you check it the next day and you're like, whoa, 1,000 other people did. And you're like, it's interesting just because like in the age of the internet, self-producing and just getting your music out there like is huge and everything. Cause that can be the difference of like sharing those things and stuff.
Oh,
Cause I
absolutely.
think and also like heavier music like it's always been great, but it's interesting to hear people were like briefly complaining about Bring Me the Horizon being too mainstream and everything, but they got real heavy recently. Like they've always had
Uh,
that stuff.
yeah. Uh, let's talk about that. Okay, for one, amen. The people that are featuring in it, you're thinking like, the hell? And then, I mean, we got Growly Boys, we got Deathcore Ollie back, and then he drops a song with Corpse,
Yeah.
rap, screamy boys, growls. You're like, what the hell?
Mm.
Okay, and then let's look at Lost. Lost had a very very good metal breakdown. It was a My Chemical Romance song, is what everybody's saying. I think it sounds just like Bring Me the Horizon,
Hmm.
but um, like, and then we'll look at like Kingslayer they did with Baby Metal. We look at Dear Diary they did on Posthuman 2. They're going back to their heavy roots, man. Like I'm telling you, like, oh man, it's not going to be too long of a segment here that we're going to talk about that, but
Hmm.
I don't think it's too crazy to say that they're going backwards in a good way at a good time, and they are mixing up with genres better than anyone has. I've been saying it. I've been saying it since I would say since That's the Spirit is when
Hmm.
they really started doing this. They did a thing with Lotus Eater. They're doing all these crazy things, and every other band's trying to follow suit and not doing it well. And I don't care what your opinion is on it, you guys. Unfortunately, it's kind of one of those things where it's like you don't have to like it, but it's almost to an extent you kind of have to respect it because numbers don't lie.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, you don't like that he did a song with Machine Gun Kelly? Well, guess what that did? It opened up a whole new broad spectrum of fans for that band. He's on Lil Uzi, who I don't really listen to, but I know used to be mainstream rap.
So, you need to briefly touch on that. Little Uzi Vert did a cover of Chop Suey by System of a Down, and it was honestly probably the funniest song I've ever heard in my life. Like
I'm gonna have to
legitimately, the
check it
music
out.
video. He just he has auto tune. There's one point where the last minute of the song he just stops singing and it's just music. Like he gave up halfway and then just comes at the very end, and you're like,
Well,
yeah. So, but yeah,
it,
everyone's transcending genres though.
like that's the thing, though, dude. Like the song that they did with Lil Uzi, bro. Like Lil Uzi literally got, or like not an amen. I forget what it's called. I think it's Werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
I literally think Lil Uzi has like two verses that he raps, And then he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then always just screaming the whole time. It's like, this is a Bring Me the Horizon song, dude.
Nice.
I love it,
It's
but
like,
uh, it's just nothing but screams again. And I love it. And I've been saying it forever. Like, they're doing it right. Like, you got to respect it. The charts don't lie. What they're
mhm.
doing is they're blending together. I mean, this is no Sleep Token bullshit. They're blending together two polar opposites. You got the mainstream spectrum of rap, pop, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then you got Bring Me the Horizon over here that's doing, hey, that's Bring Me the Horizon. That's a Bring Me the Horizon sound. And then they're like,
Mhm.
hey, let's go back to our transcended roots here. Let's throw deathcore in with your, rap. Let's try that. Or let's do it with uh like just all these other things. Baby metal, for example, electronic. I believe Japanese. I hope
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Japanese
sure.
and it's, I don't know. I have nothing but like whole wow, and they are really truly the only band that's literally started at the bottom with an album, and then the next album was better, then the next album was better, then the next album was better, next album was better, and then you get to the Sempiternal. That's the spirit. It depends on what your taste in hard rock, maybe metalcore was. Sempiternal's peak for me. That's the spirit is below it, but just like it's very good in its own way. You had Ammo, which to me was still good and on the charts it did well, and then you had Post-Human Horror where they completely 180'd and went back to what the fuck are you doing here? You keep changing it up, and no one else is doing it. And listen, bro, like let's like just look at Asking Alexandria right now. They dropped 3 singles off of their new up and coming album. They're talking about wanting to be heavy again. Psycho comes out. We hear Danny scream again. We hear mad chugs, mad good drumming. It's like, there you go. We've only been asking for 6 years. You would have been doing that. You'd be on top of the world with Bring Me.
Yeah. No, it's
Hot take.
crazy.
Hot
Yeah,
take,
it
but
is a
fuck
hot
it.
take. I was like, briefly, I will have to defend Sleep Token that they are excellent and one of the best bands out there. Because occasionally I feel like we get very close to saying that they're not.
Oh well, I was speaking
I
in
know.
terms of. I was speaking in terms of like
That's
Sleep
true.
Token is mixing in like 13 different genres. Like we
That's
got
true.
funk, jazz, rap, pop, like metal, gent.
Yeah.
Like they're mixing in like a million.
Yeah.
I'm speaking like more of a linear approach. You're
Oh, yeah.
taking
No, I was like,
two opposites and mixing them together. Yeah, everyone's like, why does this guy hate fucking Sleep Token so much? No, bro, I don't hate him. It's just it's
you
like
know, like
comparing apples to oranges.
Anthony Fantano compared them to Imagine Dragons, and everyone was like, "What?"
I saw
I know.
I
I was
saw
like,
that.
yeah, but no, I think it's a great time for music in general. Like, it's been interesting to like see everything that's been happening and stuff. I think
Absolutely.
it's a great time, and I think a lot of times, like you always say it and everything, probably almost every episode, but like gatekeeping's dead. Like, it's no longer cool to like hate on like new metal and stuff like it was for a while and stuff. Because there was this brief time where if like I feel like while back, if you had mentioned like covering a Papa Roach song, people would have been like, "Oh, like that's a joke," and stuff, or like new metal. Like we finally admitted that like new metal's cool and everything, and then we like you're not as embarrassed and stuff. Like it's interesting to see people now sharing like Nickelback songs and stuff again. You're like because at the end of the day, people like what they like, and it's fine to like it and everything. So I was like,
Absolutely.
that's my brief little spiel. And we are very much as an homage to our friend Luke Davis. We are going to react to Orphan today because I know he was looking forward to the 4th of July. And I was like, oh, why? Independence Day? Like, you guys losing? And it's like, no. it's Orphan putting out a new album.
You just had to carry over that American arrogance that
That's true. You have to.
we are so hated for it.
That's true. It's great though. It's what we do. But yeah, I think
Nobody doesn't
it's.
matter.
But I was like, it's a great year though. I was like, so it is the whole EP's out there. So I was thinking we might just react to pieces at a time and then go back to other stuff. I don't know what we want to do with that. But yeah, I think overall, like everything Ali Sykes has done has been incredible. Like he's a hardworking person, and like it's weird to see him like interacting with like fitness YouTubers and stuff. Like he works with everyone and stuff, and he like lifts every day and stuff. Like it might be just kind of bro style lifting, but that's still cool and everything to be like just a hard worker in every area of life and
Oh,
stuff. And
absolutely.
he's such a
Especially
nice
coming from
person. Yeah,
yeah, coming from a ketamine addiction and rehab and almost dying, all that sorts of shit. I mean, he's really turned his life around too. So it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy. You know, you got Ronnie Radke, kind of same thing. You got Ollie Sykes, kind of same thing.
mm-hmm.
Both to an extent on top of the world in their own way, and still pushing the limits of sounds that just you don't think would mesh well, but do. You know, so it's like it's really cool. Like if I were to say there are two guys that are doing it right now really well, I mean, of course, I'm not going to just say like Bad Omens, but I am going to say that like Ronnie and Ollie, honestly, have to an extent always been at the same wavelength in a sense with their bands, always changing the sound up, doing something different. And I mean, this could be like a shot in the dark. I would love to know, but like, I wonder if like either of them like have like a subtle beef. They're like, "You son of a bitch, I was gonna do that." You know what I mean? I don't know. I just sometimes wonder. I mean, I'm never gonna know unless I run into him tomorrow or he somehow sees this and he's like, "Yo, fuck you, Pete, motherfucker! How dare you?" You know what I mean? But like, I would love to know, like, if there's like a dynamic there of some sort.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might just be me making something up in my head because I like both those bands a lot. I don't know.
That's true. It's hard though. I'm like, it's been crazy. But do you want to listen to a little bit of Orphan so you can kind of be like, ouch, my throat?
Let's get into
It's
it,
like
man. Just for some Luke Davis, we'll finish. How long's the EP? What is it?
13 minutes. That's the crazy part. It's 5 songs. It's like, it's not very long at all.
Let's react
It's
to
like,
2 of them, and then we'll react to the last 3 Sunday.
oh yeah, definitely.
We'll
We'll be
start
around.
the episode out banging.
That's true.
We're fucking. We'll listen to it all. I don't.
5 songs though. Mount of Olives. So Manifesto, like a while back we reacted to their other songs.
When I come out of the hospital, I went hunting. And there was nothing in this world that was going to stop me from finding them people. I went hunting. And there was nothing in this world that was going to stop me from finding them people. And I found them. And I let them all die nice and slow.
no wonder he's so fucking angry all the time, Luke. Jeez. Oh my gosh, dude. I literally, what is today? 4th of July? I literally want to go fight one of my own brothers at a local dive bar down the street, bro. Listening to this. As soon as
No.
this episode's over,
Oh
I'm running
man.
up the road. I'm beating the shit out of the first guy I see. And when he asks me why I'm beating him up, I'm gonna say, because Luke Davis showed me Orphan, and their
Oh
EP just
man.
dropped, motherfucker. This is for
Yeah.
him.
No,
Fuck.
they're incredible. Of like, dude, their
Jesus
singer though.
Christ.
Their singer, like this. I love the one harsh vocalist who does the real low ones, and then the other one who just screams, like actually like screams in pain. Like I can't even do it without sounding like being like, oh my gosh. His like, because that's the main thing is so Luke did a competition recently, and I asked him, I was like, how many times did you listen to Porcelain? He said he just played Porcelain and Canary back to back like 20 times. He just had them set up on a playlist to just repeat the whole thing. I was like,
Oh,
Porcelain's one of those songs that like if I really need to feel sad, like Porcelain's my go-to. Of that, like, oh man, one of the most beautiful songs out there. But this one, Mount of Olives, though. You're like,
I literally want to start a fucking underground fight club at work because of
oh
this.
yeah. No, I'm like,
God
it's
damn it. This
dude,
is
those
fucking
guys.
this is hardcore. Keep playing it, please.
Oh yeah. No, I'm like, it's incredible. Yeah. That was
Are we 2 songs in?
no, that's just the first song. That's just the first
Okay,
song,
bro.
just wrapping up. That's
Hold
like,
up. Hold up.
yeah.
Hold up. We have to. We have to. We have to. We have to finish this EP for our first time with Luke. We have to do it.
Okay.
Period. We
We'll
have
find.
to.
Yeah, we'll contact. We need to get him. I'm like,
we
that
got.
was. Yeah, I was like,
We
13
gotta get a
minutes.
hold of
Like,
him for that, bro.
yeah,
My
we
God.
need to. We'll make a note of it and everything. We'll message
I know. I
him.
swear to God.
Like,
I'm
try to
messaging
get
him
him.
right
Like,
after
I'm
this
like,
episode.
yeah,
I'm messaging him right after this. Like, yo, what are you doing Sunday, dog?
yeah.
Let me know.
I'm like,
It's
we have to. That's like,
asking
for
for a friend.
one, it's just in general, Orphan knocks it out of the park every time.
Bro, what the fuck was
Like
that?
they're
That was
just
so,
like, oh man,
I don't even know. I can't even react. I'm so full of adrenaline right now, dude.
yeah, no, that was like,
If I knew I could punch this wall right behind me without breaking my hand, I would.
yeah, no, I'm like that song. I'm just like, oh man, it
Oh, Luke
just,
Davis, you
yeah.
you opened up a can of
So
worms you didn't
yeah,
know you were
we
ready for.
100%. I'm like that. For one, they're out. Like I'm excited because this is just a part one. This is Stages of Grief part one, Lord Manifesto 1.0, like Stages of Grief. You're like, what else are they gonna have? That's literally just the first song
Bro,
out of
I don't
13
know. Like,
minutes.
I don't know what Mount Olives means. I don't know if it was a
Oh, it's from
cat or
the Bible. It was so Jesus went up on the Mount of Olives and Judas betrayed him, and that's when the Romans took him away to go crucify him. I'm
wow.
pretty sure that's the Mount of Olives.
Look how stupid I look because I just thought I don't know if this is about a cat or a dog. No, it's about Jesus. Jesus and Judas.
I can't find any of the
Fucking
lyrics
hell.
online because that's so like that. So I was downloading
I
all the songs to get ready for this
I
episode,
didn't know what he said.
and I was like, yeah, oh, you can kind of like the one vocalist though. His vocals are just incredible and everything.
I like the
I'm
guy
like,
that's ripping his vocal cords out. I think it's fun.
oh no, his is like because it is so real. Like it's weird. Like after so many people do of like just kind of like sing just to sing, or like you could tell like some people their harshes are just like, you know, like it's different. Like that guy, his studio vocals are probably the exact same as his raw vocals. Like that's the crazy part. It's like some
Yeah.
people you can like hear it and you're like, oh, this is like briefly we will just play a little bit of Porcelain because we tried to one episode and couldn't, and I finally got a way to round that. So this, because this was the original one that like Luke recommended, was like, have you ever heard this song and everything? And I was like, no, I've never heard of this band in my entire life and everything. And for one, their logo, it's cool, just an O, and it's so simple. Also, the mixing is really quiet for this one, so I have to turn my own volume up. So this song really surprises you.
I'm listening.
Oh yeah.
This is that one that he was telling us about. It's like really sad.
Oh yeah, this is the one.
He had us. Yeah.
This is my go-to one. Because you have no idea where it's going to go. So imagine listening to this 10 times on repeat for a contest. This is a glimpse into Luke's soul right now, to realize this is like a hype up, like get ready for. I'm like, those lyrics, man, and just
That's deep.
Yeah, his voice though. They have such range. Like comparing this to Mount of Olives that we just listened to.
This kind of reminds me of System of a Down.
Yeah.
Right here, like the singing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's intense. And just
Yeah, I
that
can see why.
range, though. You're like,
I can see why Luke can compare to that. Jeez,
I'm like, that's like,
that's an emotionally driven song, and
yeah. I was like,
it really
it's
sets the pace with the
heavy.
way that the guy screams.
Yeah, because it is just like it's. I guess that's the main thing. It's like a lot of like. Speaking of, I guess Project Vengeance is dropping another song, but like so many vocalists can like sound similar and stuff. Whereas like that guy's voice, like you could pick
That's
his voice
his.
out of any lineup and
Yeah,
everything. Like, which would be
that's his
nice. Like,
voice.
yeah, I'm like they should add him to Project Vengeance just so we can pick his voice out distinctly. Just everyone's doing growls and just like the lows and stuff, and he's just like, no.
He's over here in a corner.
I'm like, because it's, but yeah, we definitely have to react to the rest of that EP. When I messaged you, I was like, I have very, very good news. I was like,
We
real
have to do
excited
that
about
with
that one.
Luke.
But we have to.
We
We have
have
to
to
go
do
through
that
the
with
whole
Luke.
EP. 13
Like
minutes.
I will save my listening to Orphan to just do
Hmm.
it with Luke, and then we'll react with Luke every song.
Oh,
I
yeah.
honestly, John, message him now and say, "Hey, Cam and I have an
It's true.
excellent idea." Because I want to get that. I want to get the ball rolling on that because that is hilarious. Not hilarious. Well, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. It's an amazing
Oh,
idea.
no. It's like, because that's the crazy part. I'm like, I'm going to message him right now.
I can't wait. That's gonna be
Yeah.
great. I loved having Luke on. I can't wait to have him on again. And this is perfect. It's like his favorite band, and we'll get
Yeah,
to.
no, it is. And it's like their stuff is amazing. You all need to check them out because it is like they're finally up to like 2,800 subscribers on YouTube and everything. They're like they're just so passionate and everything.
That
And just
Mount
that
Olive
range
song was
of
like,
like that is just
that was
fiery.
fucked. That was
Like that is
fucked.
just like fury of just like there's so much going on in that song and everything. So I was like, that's the nice thing of like we started the night with a sad song or like a very tender song with the falling in reverse. And then we end on Porcelain, which is a very emotionally charged song and everything.
Very
That
lyrically emotional for
it's
you
true.
guys out there. It's just the polar opposite of. It's exactly what Last Resort is. You
Hmm.
reimagine that song,
Yeah.
done. That's exactly what that was. So it's funny how that came full circle here to, I would say, close out the
Hmm.
episode that we have today. A lot of it was
Yeah.
focused on, uh, it was all pretty much focused on emotional feelings, which is always a good topic to talk about with everybody because we all have
Hmm.
it. We can ignore it all we want, but it's still there,
Yeah.
sitting on your shoulders, always weighing you down. So it's always good to find a way, find your exit. And I liked how that came full circle there because it really did. So, guys, thank you again for joining us, King listener. Like and subscribe. It's not that hard, guys. Come
Yeah.
on, give the boys some love. Um, we'll be
Also
back
follow
again.
Indus, that band. Subscribe to
Yes.
Indus, listen to them, check out their stuff. They were
Check out
amazing.
Orphan.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think and continue following and appreciating music and loving it for what it is because people like us that get to really enjoy it for what it is and connect as friends and humans. So that's what it's all about. Life's short, guys. Love
Yeah.
you. Good night. See you again here in a couple of days.
See you soon.